My father died when I was 2 years old. My biggest concern as a boy was, is there life after the death? My project, our project, Where Were We, takes place the world in which, in between this world and the next, is the world of wandering spirits. In that world, there are some rules. You don't remember the past of your life. You don't age. And the spirits can see the living, but the living cannot see the spirits. This is the story of a family love and a love between a man and a woman. We open with Midori finding herself standing in front of a very unusual mountain. She's 21 years old and has no memory of her past. The mountain is split in two from the peak to the ground. That's the famous mountain of Sado Island's ancient gold mine, which has been converted into the museum now after its closure. Dazed and confused by the unfamiliar surroundings, Midori meets the old woman, Ki, who works as a cleaner at the museum mine. Ki takes Midori into her home. In the house is a little girl called Aka. There are three of them who are not related, begin to live together like a family. Midori starts to work as a cleaner at the museum too. There she meets the man, Ao, who is the night watchman. He keeps a dream diary, which intrigues the Midori. They fall in love as if destined. One night, Midori has a dream, frightening dream, as Ao has been having almost the same dream over and over before he meets the Midori. In their dreams, they are stabbing, and being stabbed by someone. They were lovers in the previous life. I wrote this story inspired by the actual festival held on Sado Island. The festival is to console the spirits of lovers who committed double suicide. What I want to explore is to make the invisible world visible.
Hello everyone. My name's Johnny Wales, and I first went to Sado Island about 40 years ago, and I've spent most of my life there since. In this project, I'm the co-producer and the production designer. So I first met, about 2 years ago, I first had the great pleasure of meeting Mina and the director when they came to do a scouting expedition for their next feature, which was the first feature they were ever going to make together. And that film that we made was called Blue Wind Blows, which was featured at this year's Biennale. And incidentally, we made that film for half the budget of this being offered here. Although, since I wasn't a producer, I can't take claim for that, I'm afraid. So, why Sado Island? Well, this is the second time we'll be making a feature there. And I guess all I can say is that from the very first time I set foot, and these two set foot on that island, all three of us became, not fascinated, more like consumed by this island of misty mountains and cherry blossoms and wandering spirits. Thank you.
I close my eyes. In the silence, listen in carefully. I can hear the voice of a tree. I hear whispers in the wind. I am standing on Sado Island. If there is afterlife, I want to meet the people I love again. I am producer Mina. Thank you.